All right, good morning from the Hampton Inn and Suites in Portland West in Maine. I'm here with Masayo, who's eating lobster tin shaped mince. Show that again. So here's the road trip today. Today is a road trip along the Maine coast, here in the down east part of Maine. And there's my mascot. Arr, we say here. What do pirates in Maine say? I don't know how Maine people talk. Going back to paper maps. So here's what we're doing today. We're in Portland, down. We're in Portland here. We're driving all along the coast here to Ellsworth over here. But along the way, we're driving only on Highway 1, US Highway 1, the whole way, not the interstate. As with all my road trips, just avoiding the interstate. We're gonna stop at 3 different lighthouses today. This is basically, unofficially, maybe officially, a lighthouse trip. Well, here's our first little side road after kind of leaving Portland, and we kind of drove around the north and east side of Portland. Now we're in Freeport. I think this town is called Freeport, and it just looks so cool. I wanted to drive a little bit through the streets. Probably won't get out of the car, but we'll drive around a little bit and look at these super duper cool houses. Look at these things. I wonder if these are the tracks that Amtrak uses. I wonder if Amtrak comes through this far in Maine. I don't actually know. A noble house up on the hill. What a peaceful existence that must be. I'm impressed, Freeport. The downtown area is also quite charming, a little bit touristy with hamburger and ice cream shops and stuff, but who can complain about that? Okay, we're in Brunswick, Maine, and this is the final station. We found the train station of Amtrak. This is the final station on the Down Easter, and we're just driving by, but I thought it would be fun to go in and see it. The roads to get here, like the actual streets to take to find the station, and where to park to actually go in, were clear as mud. Come on, Brunswick, improve your signs a little bit. It doesn't matter though, we're here now. This is part of the station building, I think. We're going to go and take a look around and take a look something of the tracks and the station building and whatever we can find that's Amtrak related. Brunswick Station is private property. Waiting passengers and visitors are welcome. Please no loitering. Well, I'm not a waiting passenger. I guess I'm a visitor. I'm not loitering. I'm not here just to see stuff. I'm not sticking around. Here's the platform. Look at that. Here it is. The deepest that Amtrak goes in Maine. Here's the station, here are the tracks, the lovely long platform. And maybe, if Amtrak gets its wish, it'll keep going that way, all the way to Rockland in a few years. I don't know what the status of that is, but that's what they wanted to do as of a couple years ago, and I guess that's still an idea. Why don't they just go all over Maine? I guess they can't, yet. Well, let's see if the travel gods are going to send an actual train here while we're here. See if I can go find the schedule and look inside too. It looks like a train just left 5 minutes ago, heading south. And the next one's not coming for another couple of hours. Oh well, didn't get a chance to actually see an Amtrak train. Anyway, let's go inside.
Monitor children closely. If you observe suspicious activity or unattended baggage, please notify
us. Any requests? Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central. That's all I know. It's as close as I have to an Amtrak song, sorry. All right, that was nice. We saw the station, waiting room, and visitor center. We talked to the staff there, and they were telling us how today, actually, the trains are running sort of, not all the trains are running today because they're working on some tracks, so they replaced it with bus service for part of it. So we didn't actually miss the 11 o'clock train. It's not running today. We also got a schedule. We got a new, another paper map for Maine, all of Maine, the highways of Maine. And I asked about,
It's updated one.
It's an updated one. And I asked about the plans to extend this line, the Down Easter, all the way to Rockland, which is down the road. We're actually going to be in Rockland today. and they said that one of the companies, she said like a cement company that was important for it somehow, I guess because they help the freight line, the cement company went out of business or something, so that whole project is on hold. I didn't quite understand the ins and outs of the business side of it, how it works, but anyway, it's still an idea, but it's on hold now, so for now, I guess no specific plans to go to Rockland, but this is it, the final station, the final Amtrak station, train station in Maine. Okay, we've been on Highway 1 for a while, went through a couple of really cool towns, and a lot of stuff that wasn't all that cool. Just very dull, very uneventful highway, Highway 1. But we've turned off onto Maine Highway 129, and we're going to go to 130 also. It goes down to the actual coast, and we're going to see our first lighthouse of the day. It is Pemaquid Lighthouse, however you pronounce that, and I like this road better already, despite the little traffic jam here in whatever town this is. Newcastle, I guess. All right, we just passed from Newcastle into the town of Damariscotta, which again, I'm probably not pronouncing correctly, but this is awesome. If you're going to be touristy and stuff, this is the way to do it. I don't really know why there is sort of all this traffic on a Tuesday afternoon. Maybe it's always like this, or maybe something's going on, I don't know. This is one of my favorite towns we've been in so far. Try to sort of ignore the cars and just look at the buildings. Okay, this is it. This is Pemaquid Lighthouse and Lighthouse Park. It's not big, but it's this whole area. That's the Atlantic Ocean. That's the sun glinting off the Atlantic Ocean. The weather is whatever, perfect degrees, 71 degrees or something, 72. It's just perfect out here. And there's a whole like little area you can walk around here. You can also, as you maybe can see people up there, you can walk up this lighthouse. That's kind of why I chose this one. This is the first of 3, but you can actually walk up to the top here. It costs $1, costs $4 to get into the park per person, and it costs $1 each to actually go climb the thing. But let's go and we're gonna go take a look around. And are you enjoying the Pemaquid Lighthouse so far?
Yeah, I'm eager to go.
Eager to go. Okay, let's go.
So are you on vacation up here?
Yeah, we're taking a little trip. Yep, first time in Maine.
Excellent. Good job. Thank you. Thanks, guys. All right, take care. Have a good one. Now, this lighthouse has 2 claims to fame. The first is on the back of the U.S. quarter for the state of Maine. The second is that lighthouse was the first one that was automated in the state of Maine. And by that I mean electricity was brought in. And that was in the year 1934. Any questions? Okay, we do ask for a $1 donation, if you have it, to go up into the lake. This helps us because we don't get any of the proceeds at the gate.
Thank you.
All right.
You open that gate.
It's a rating.
But only on the ladder. Right?
And there's a gold railing to your left.
Oh, wow.
Joining those 2 people.
In the background.
A video. Pretty cool earrings.
Yeah.
It's that little.
Yeah.
What's that little? There's like birds flying on top of that little like landing.
And now going down the big spiral staircase. 31 steps to the top, 71 feet over sea level, and I think it's like 38 feet high, something like that, because it's on a little bluff. The whole point of this lighthouse is that there are a lot of sharp rocks and stuff around here, so they had to warn the boats.
Yeah, I volunteer. I do this every other week in the summertime. And then,
I like it for Connecticut when I move to Maine.
yeah. Well, we like Connecticut.
No,
No.
you see?
Social Security is not taxing me.
It's not tax in Maine, it's tax in Connecticut.
Yeah. Back at home again, right?
Yeah, they did. It wasn't so cute area. They said you can take.
Well, the tour of the walk up to the lighthouse was awesome, and the museum next door is really, really cool. Lots of old fishing stuff and stuff about boats and, you know, all the things that happen to do fishing and catching lobsters and all that stuff. Very, very, very Maine. Most interestingly to me was, I didn't know this, he said that this lighthouse is the one that's on the back of the Maine quarter. How about that? I didn't know that. And they let you climb around on these awesome, awesome weather-beaten rocks, smooth from the long, long years of the ocean pounding. we can see why if you're out there on a boat, especially at night, you can see why you'd want a lighthouse to avoid this stuff. Not friendly for boats. I mean, I could handle it, but you know, most people. Yeah. So that lighthouse is at the end of the peninsula, right on this tip. And the only thing down there to eat is a restaurant next door, not connected to the lighthouse park. And it's had a big thing on the fence that said, "Open today!" So we were hungry, it was like 2 o'clock, 1:30. So we pulled around, we parked, there's a few other cars there, we parked, we went up, and the sign said, "Closed Tuesdays." Well, you never guess what today is. So it was closed. The good thing about going to there was like, Masayo went behind it and noticed that there was like a plaster pig, because why not, and a bunch of big brown like seagull birds or something, all just kind of walking around and sit on the fence, and that was cool. But it wasn't, we couldn't catch one and eat it. We tried, but we couldn't catch it. Okay, we found a little corner full of apparently very friendly birds, or at least birds that let you get close. Kinda close. Cool birds. Check them off the list. Check them all off the list. So we got back in the car, we drove up, and I thought, well, maybe we'll see a place on the way, but it's a long peninsula, and I knew we were coming back on the other side of it to Highway 1, and we didn't really see a place for a while, and finally we just saw this place kind of out in the middle of this town, whatever town this is, and I'm sorry I don't know. It's called McGreevy's, and it's groovy. It's really cool. It's this all dark wood. Everything's nice and clean and new, and they sell hamburgers and pizza and stuff. We each got a hamburger, and it's almost 3 o'clock. We've seen one of the 3 lighthouses today. So it's classic road trip stuff. The schedule gets away from me because there's so much happening. But anyway, I'm looking forward to this burger. I got the black and blue burger, which has it's got blue chips, like blue tortilla chips, I think, on it. And what did you get?
Hamburgers, classic one with the vegetable.
That's right, just a classic hamburger. The first thing on the menu, burger with lettuce and tomato. So it's going to be here soon, and we will have eaten, and we got our Coke Zero, which we're sharing because it's bigger than we usually have. So perfect roadside meal. Again, we did it. And then 2 more lighthouses after this, and they're not too far from here. Okay, it's here. The black and blue. Okay, we drove down a little bit down Highway 1 here, and here we are at Owl's Head Lighthouse. You park down there. There's no cars allowed here, so you walk about 2/10 of a mile somewhere around this curve, and there will be a lighthouse. And it is a little, yeah, it's so cool that it's actually a little bit chilly, but we can see the water, so wow. There it is. Well, as you can see, maybe in the video here, it's really not a very tall lighthouse. It's, I don't know how tall, not very tall, but it's way up on this bluff. That's why it's so effective as a lighthouse. First installed here in 1825. This actual structure is 1852 and built by the same guy that built the last one. What was the last one called? I've forgotten the name already. The lighthouse number 1 was built by the same guy, Jeremiah Barry, that built lighthouse number 2 here. And it is really windy and genuinely chilly up here. Despite the sun, it's probably down in the, I don't know how the temperature is, but low 60s maybe. Okay, 72, but that temperature wasn't taken way up here facing the water, the winds of the Atlantic Ocean, so ha. Oh no, I'm trapped in a dead end. You want the key so you can drive away?
You come around.
You leave me at the lighthouse. Up here you kind of get a good sense of the legend of the lonely lighthouse keeper archetype. There's not a keeper these days because it's all automatic and electric, but all this stuff is closed, whatever this is, and it just feels isolated and distant. And if you worked as a lighthouse keeper, especially back in the day with no connection to the outside world at all, you might get a little bit, you'd feel the solitude more. Okay, a little quiet residential back street leads to our car being parked here, the water here, and the final lighthouse of the day, which has the most unique approach of the day of all of them. So the way to get to this one is you walk out on this big, long, straight walkway made of rocks that they built into the water And the lighthouse is way at the end in this little building. I don't really know how long it was. It didn't seem that long on the map when I looked, but I didn't actually check. The sign there said it was 7/8 of a mile one way. Quite a hike. I didn't know that. Didn't know that it was that long. So this is truly going out with a bang today. What an ending. Pretty good walk so far, and it's kind of right up here, and then I look behind me and I see that we're actually closer to the start. Okay, we're just about there. It's right here. Not too bad. What did you just see?
The seagull with something on his mouth.
Seagull with something in his mouth. What is it, a fish maybe?
I don't think so. It was like it looked like a chestnut, but it's not chestnut. I
A
guess.
chestnut. Getting into the Christmas spirit already. The seagulls are ready. Yeah, I see it. He's eating something, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if the camera caught that, but it flew right by us. Maybe you could see that. I'll try to enhance it if you couldn't, try to zoom in and slow it down or something. But yeah, it's like a little round puffball, a little round chestnut. Seagulls, a sea urchin, possibly. Seagulls want you to think they just eat fish and stuff, but they're actually out here eating chestnuts and drinking eggnog. All right, well, here's the building, the Lighthouse Keeper's building, or whatever it is, the storage area or something. Maybe all the electronics or something are in there. Let's go around it and see the actual lighthouse. Is this a good idea? Oh. I guess I wouldn't have fallen into the ocean if I fell, but still, looks painful. Okay, and around here we have, hey, a wider place. And still can't really see it. Well, there's another side of the building, the brick side. And I have to go to that little side thing and get a better shot of it. But hey, there it is. All right, let's go back to that little ramp, that little metal ramp on the side. I think we can see it from there finally. After all this walking, we need a good view of the lighthouse. Oh, here's the walkway. This is much wider and easier. Oh. Well, we walked 360 around the lighthouse. You're welcome. Did you ever see the movie Triangle? Looks kind of like this, doesn't it? Should we risk this? Will we get trapped in the triangle loop?
No.
Okay. Nice hair. A little windy out here. Here's the final thing. I'm going to go down to this little floating thing, get a better shot of the lighthouse, or a shot. I really haven't seen the lighthouse yet. And you're going to stay here, right?
Well, Now I can go, I guess.
Sometimes it really rocks in the wind, but we'll see what happens when we get down there. I hope I don't lose my cap. Yeah, you can see the lighthouse from here. Here you go. Okay, well that's it. The third lighthouse. What a capper to the day, I will say. What a capper to the day. Just us and the seagulls. We few hardy souls that made it all the way out here, and the seagulls. So, perfect day of driving along the central, southern, downeaster Maine coast, whatever you call it, the downeaster section. 3 great lighthouses. So from here, it's gonna be a couple more hours or something, an hour and a half down Highway 1, US 1, up Highway 1 to the town of Ellsworth. We got a cute little kind of roadside motel inn, I think, is our hotel room tonight. And then we've got to find dinner somewhere. And then something else tomorrow. This is another one of those busy road trips. All that will be in the extended version, everything else from today. So in this video right now, so if you want to watch everything that happens from this point on, please go watch the extended version and help support this channel. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. I hope I got the message across that this is lives up to its billing. This is the coast of Maine. All right, well, more to come for us, so thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. To see the extended version of this video, please go to patreon.com/T1DWanderer for lots of bonus videos and diaries from my travels, all ad-free. Special thanks this week to Calvin Ferreira, Darcy Otranto, David Richley, Jacob Fatz, Lever Wong, Matt Kane, Michael Fedor, Nathaniel Holland, Omeyer, Ray Nichols, Samantha, and Will Phillips. Links are in the video description, and thanks for wandering around with me.